getting through this class. And I'm surprised that I'm up here speaking right now. Past humor, as Dr. Phil says, in building business success and general humor does people good. Research shows that even one hearty laugh per day lowers blood pressure, increases circulation, relieves muscle tension, relieves endorphins, aids digestion, and promotes relaxation. So I guess I'll read you guys one of my humors. Hopefully someone thinks it's funny. Or I guess I could tell you about it. So I worked as an auto parts driver for years, and during one of my deliveries, I was younger. Well, we drove these really crappy trucks. And it was not surprising if one of them broke down, if one of them just stopped all of a sudden when you were driving. And one day I was having a problem with my door, and it would not stay shut at all. So I was driving, and I went to an intersection at a railroad track, and I stopped, and there was a cop right across from me. And I was like, oh great, my door's gonna fly open right when I make this right turn. And sure enough, it flew open right in front of him. And I thought for sure that he was going to give me a ticket or whatever, but he didn't. He was actually cracking up laughing. So I figured I'd made his day. And another funny story also involves driving. And this time, I don't know if anybody remembers when, like, Puyallup and the school district started taking away the Halloween from the kids for them to be able to dress up. Well, they did a protest in front of Puyallup schools because the kids didn't like it. They dressed up in their Halloween costumes and they went there. Well, I was driving by and I was like, woo! And I started honking, and all of a sudden I just felt like I had hit something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I hit? Because I was not paying attention. So then, obviously I was stopped. So I get out of my car because there's a pickup truck right in front of me, and I was like, great, I just rear-ended somebody. And I look over to my right, and there's 3 Puyallup police right there. So every time I do something wrong, I get caught. Even when I'm not like trying to do something wrong, when I'm trying to do something positive and cheering the kids on to have a good Halloween. The past speeches I presented, I put in my portfolio. And the first one was about my daughter, Liliana. And the second one, I did the demonstration of a smoky eye. And the third one, I did the past speeches on Severn Suzuki. And the speech on why you should hire me. And then I did a PowerPoint on the 3 live community speeches and the Toastmaster speech going back to school, and my portfolio speech now. And when I went to Toastmasters, there was a couple other people from Clover Park that were there, and they actually put us on the schedule. So I thought that was cool. And that's my funny things that have happened to me. The certificate of accomplishment and certificate of completion, and all my instructors' assessment rubrics, and the interviews, which I actually lost one of them, and I had to go interview some people today because I had forgotten them in 2 of my speeches. So this morning I was running around interviewing people at Fred Meyer's. But I got them done. And some periodic thoughts. I can't wait till I'm done with school. It seems like being in school, you're actually working more than when you're working like 6 days a week or something because of all the homework and everything. And then I have my live community speech critiques. And typed ideas that I put in here. And the past speech critiques from the Severin Suzuki speeches. And what I've read that made me a better person. I was really honest with this, and I haven't read a lot this quarter. So I did read some of Dr. Phil's book, and not too much of the other book. And I read a lot in math, because in math we got these handouts, and our teacher, he wrote them all, because hopefully he'll write a math book, because he's a really good teacher. And there was a lot of reading for this. So I read a lot in there. Then I read some medical assisting book to review because I'm in prep to externship. So I reviewed a lot for my telephone techniques, and then my MediSoft, I read up on that and reviewed that also. So I guess boring stuff to maybe you guys. But it's stuff that I have learned a lot from and that has helped me get through school. And what I've learned this quarter, I've learned a lot from this public speaking class. I've learned that I can speak in front of people and that it's not the end of the world. And I'll get over the fear eventually, hopefully. And the reaction to one of my speeches, I did it to the live community speech, and I don't like watching myself. I think it's one of the weirdest things to do is watch yourself on tape. I don't know why. I just think it's weird, and I don't like watching myself, and I look scared when I give my speeches, so I know. So in the future, I got from this class, I think I will be more successful during interviews. Hopefully when I go out to get a job, I'll be able to answer questions. I didn't get to actually be interviewed, but I watched a lot of you. And getting out in the community more, doing more things for the community. When we went and did those live community events, that taught me a lot. And today I'm glad that I had to take public speaking, although it was a lot of work. Without staying on top of everything, it was worth the experience. As the book The Natural Speaker puts it, the only way you can learn to speak is by getting up in front of the audience and speaking. I am happy that I have got to learn a little about everyone in this room by listening to you speak too. And I know I will take something with me wherever I go from CMST 220.